Hey you guys, and welcome to my channel. I want to reinforce today a message that I put up probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. And this is where I was talking about not being the test dummy for people with fickle, weird, transgressional passes. And this could just be someone with a shady past. They may come with a long history of this and that. And I'm not just really talking about people who've been in and out of jail per se, but just shady in the way that they lead their life, a trail of horrible relationships, even if they are accusing everybody else to be the problem, which is a huge red flag when it's just all somebody else's fault. But either way, not only should you not be the test dummy, you have to just get it in your mind that when you lay down with dogs, you get fleas. Point blank, period. If you meet someone and they're treating other people bad, even if they're not treating you bad, just think of it as a yet. They're not treating you bad yet. You see them get real vindictive, sneaky, vengeful on other people. It's only going to be a matter of time before it happen with you. Why is that? Because no two people think alike, agree on everything. Our relationships and friendships have some hiccups here and there. So if you're seeing how they're managing it with other people, I bet you they eventually did that to you too. That's just how it goes, you guys. So as empaths, we really have to take that type of lesson and understanding. When you lay down with dogs, you get fleas. Like, are they telling you that they've had extensive histories, extensive problems with this for a chunk of their life? I mean, is it really out of them yet? Or just have you not triggered it in them? And then when you triggered it, what happened? They resorted right on back to those behaviors that they claim to have had at another time in their life. It never left. So we just have to be careful. Now, does this mean we're looking for perfect people? No. But, we're trying to gauge, temperaments. We're trying to gauge aggressions. We're trying to gauge vindictiveness. We're trying to gauge honesty within people, to find out how trustworthy they can be or not be, you see? So we have to really figure it out because so many times if you talk to survivors, you'll hear, they did do this, but we think they're not going to do it to us because you don't feel as though, why would he have a reason or why would they have a reason to do it to me if I'm treating them good, if I'm giving them respect? Because it's a sickness. This is why, in domestic violence cases and, people being used for emotional punching bags, these people are doing it. It's not even that other person asking for it. This person is sick. So there doesn't have to be some betrayal that you've done. And then even with that, a toxic, woman beater, womanizer, or abusive person, their ideal of betrayals are not, the conventional ideals of betrayal. Betrayal to them is just not doing what they said, not being a slave to them, setting up boundaries and standards, saying no to them, leaving them, ending things with them. Those are betrayals to people like this, So when you meet someone who used to, we'll put in a quote, used to do this, used to do that, was into this, was into that, it's inside of them. And they will tap into it when they feel like they need to, and then, use that against you. So you have to guard yourself from people who are like that. It's already enough people without a flaky history every day in the news that seem to not have had a flaky history. Maybe it was just hidden. And then they bust out and do this and that. It's enough keeping up with first offenders. And I'm not really just grilling in on people here with records. I'm just talking about people with shady passes. How do they treat their friends and family? How, that they grow up? Did they really do the work and heal from their stuff? Even if they're saying it was all somebody else's fault, which should be even more of a big red flag at that point. All right, you guys. So let's stop picking shady people who have been, so disruptive and two-faced in their life. Let's stop doing that, because we're setting ourselves up. And like I said in other videos, or in that other video that I mentioned in the beginning, it should be too risky at this point. You've been through too much, and you should not want to even take the risk. Okay, that's like someone telling you in the stock market, well, this stock is supposed to be doing good, but for the last 15, 20 years, it's lost money every day. But because it's projected to do good, or because it's been good for 5 days, but they weren't for the last 20 years, would that be safe? Would you put your money into that? So we have to learn how to make, better investments, you guys. Better investments. Because if you lay down with a dog, eventually you're going to get fleas. They might even be honest with you. Hey, yeah, I have a past. I did this, I did that, but that's over now. That's, what they'll tell you. And maybe in their own delusional thinking, they may actually think that or believe that or want for that. But it may not actually be the case, you guys. So you're just going to have to be careful. And certain type of things should become, a deal breaker for you, or just too risky moving forward. And setting those type of boundaries with yourself could even, save your life, or just save you that additional drama, you guys. All right? So let's be very careful. And, the reputation, it often does precede a person. It often does. And there's a reason why. All right? So pay attention to not only the cover of that book, but what's inside of you guys. And let's stop laying with the dirty dogs. All right? Let's stop laying with them. All right. Take care.